My name is Samson Latchison, and my title here at Potter's House is Kitchen Manager. Potter's House is a non-for-profit coffee house with an opportunity for people to engage with faith if they choose to do so. I ended up at Potter's House because Steve and Berna Prophet that started Potter's House, I met them 12 years prior to us opening 25 years ago. I was a juvenile officer and my boss attended their church. And they had a family and friends day. And so they invited me to come and sing. And so I sang and I made a connection with them. It's not like we called each other every day or anything like that, but they remembered me and I remembered them. So 12 years later, they wanted me to join them when they started Potter's House. The influences here at Potter's House that affected me, number one was Steve. He was just this laid-back guy that wore a baseball cap to bed probably. Just an incredible man with a deep heart. A very knowledgeable man, but at the same time, never came off as a know-it-all. Someone who really truly engaged with me for who I was. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder too, with psychotic features in my 20s. I faced a lot of abuse as a child growing up. I'm gay. And so with all those proclivities and difficulties and infirmities, mental illnesses, it's made life challenging, but at the same time has given me a perspective that I wouldn't have any other way. And he gave me the opportunity to join him, even though he didn't know any of what I just told you prior to him asking me to join him. His only response was, I didn't know any of that, but I want to have you here. What's the hardest part of working here? I would say 4 years, sometimes 4 to 6 years. And you see people every stinking day, every day. You engage with them, they get to know you, you get to know them, and then they're gone. You know, it's really a wonderful and a very odd situation, you know, because unless they just happen to come back and visit Springfield, Missouri, you never see them again. And so it is a limited space and you draw so close, you know, in those day-to-day engagements, you know, and then graduation comes. And so I go to every graduation, and I sit in the same spot. That way, as they file out, I get to greet those that I met, and so to say a final goodbye. I would say another worst is just the fact that I'm getting older, and it's not an existential crisis, but it's just the sheer fact in time I will not be able to relate, you know, very well. That is coming very swiftly. It's fine until they find out how old I am, you know, and then they're like, oh, you know, that 40-year difference. That's quite a drastic difference, you know, in age. And I would say the best thing is the fact that I get to engage with them at this amazing time of life, growing into themselves, getting to know themselves, being willing to stretch out. Sometimes the joy of meeting someone that you've never met before, who is older than you and is willing to share very honestly with you who they are. I hear kids say that all the time. I've never had an adult your age talk to me as honestly as you have about their lives. Gosh, Potter's House is just the reason why people should come to Potter's House. It is a cozy house. How many coffee houses are actually in a house? And you can wander all over this house. There's bound to be a place where you can be by yourself, you know? And it's cozy. There's couches everywhere. You come in, there's movies going. I try to think about movies that I like. They don't let me play Hacksaw Ridge anymore. But anyway, but I try to keep it going with movies like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, or today was a Star Wars day, Disney cartoons, that kind of stuff. You know, you walk in, nobody's gonna bug you. You know, this is a coffee house, and so we try to make it as homey as possible. Berna has decorated the place in such a way it reminds you of somewhere on the West Coast, and so it's a great place to be. I work with some really great people too. I really do, and I enjoy them very much. And I've come to trust them, you know, and so I know that they are trustworthy people. So it's just a great place, a great space. It was a space for me to be honest with you, when I first met Stephen Byrne and first walked through that door, I was 280 pounds. I was addicted to several antipsychotic antidepressants. I wouldn't recommend this, but call it supernatural, call it healing, but I quit those cold turkey and have done pretty well in my life. I came to recognize I could encounter faith, which I grew up in an environment where I was told I would burn in hell because of my proclivity, and in this safe space, I came to know, maybe love is real, and maybe God is not trying to throw me into the bottomless pit. And so all those things. Good. Oh, by the way, we have a good product. Oh my gosh, yeah, we have great drinks here. You know, I mean, the company that we use for our coffees, it's great tasting coffee. We have a plethora of drinks. Oh my gosh, many of them I made it myself. So yeah, and there are fun stories almost behind every drink that we have here. So yeah, and I love it. I love coming here. I really do.